Sunday morning, May 18th, 2025. After last Sunday being 98 degrees, we wake up this morning to 33. I think by listening to the weather deal, I think all of northern Minnesota avoided the frost. There might be a few pockets someplace, but overall, everything was like 33, 34 degrees. But as I finish up my morning coffee here, thinking about putting on a stack of pancakes, I see the snowflakes falling through the air. So, what a change 1 week can make. It's supposed to be a pretty nice day today, though. I'm going to get packed up after a stack of pancakes and take a nice walk probably out. I haven't checked out Hawks Pond yet, but that'll be a goal. Good to the last drop. Again, it's sure nice to be sitting here next to the wood stove having my morning coffee than sitting outside in the shade because it's already getting so hot. Looking forward to a good today. Get that Hawks Pond walk. Go out there and see what's going on. It's been raining enough, and the beavers have been doing some work over that way. So I think I'm going to wear my rubber boots so I don't get caught in a place that I can't get through. Last year they were working on they got a dam up above the Corduroy Bridge up near the spring, and the water was flowing around, and I had a hard time getting through. I don't remember just how bad it's going to be. But with all the rain, I don't need to take any jugs along to get water at the spring, so that'll be nice. Looking outside, boy, the sun's got everything lit up good out there. It must be almost a blue sky. I could be sitting out there, but it's about 34 degrees, even though that sun looks so good. Maybe go out and take a little short stroll with this last cup of coffee, just around the yard. Too nice out there to not do that. There's a lot of sawdust mounting up at Martin's wood yard. Pretty simple operation, but I managed to get the job done. I know it's not quite the logging operation of Mike and Melissa Morgan, if you watch their channel, but I'm happy. It's all I need. And if I had all that equipment, I'd have to be having a tanker truck of fuel hauled in here every once in a while. Anyway, this isn't anything about sponsorships or anything, but you'd wonder, as much as I mentioned the word Granberg, if I'm being paid by those guys, but I'm not. But this is the Granberg 24-inch Alaskan mill set up for a chainsaw, and this is what I think now they call this the edging mill, and it works pretty slick with the vertical like that. You've seen many of my videos. I'll probably, when I go to these big 2 1/4 boards, I'll probably put the big chainsaw on the edging mill even to make that go a little faster. This being the sawmill part of the operation, there's also the firewood processing unit. Well, here's my firewood processing unit. It's a Fiskars Axe knockoff. It's not really the real thing. I got one of those at home and they are great, but it's just a lightweight splitting wedge. Pretty simple operation. Since I'm not trucking any wood out of here, it does the job just fine. So it works. Well, the Morgans have their wood yard and all that equipment to get things done big time and fast. Then at the other end of the spectrum, then you got Sean James over there, and he was putting up a cabin like this. He'd have two tools. He had this and this. He's good to go. So I'm somewhere in between. Today I'm going to spend my energy hiking, get that walk in. Tomorrow morning I think the weather sounds good and cool yet. I think I'm going to concentrate on getting these deck boards sawed up out of these logs that I've already got cut in half, so I can just go to town on the mill. Got some oddball stuff over there that I might use for, well, some porch poles or pillars, and we're going to need some jambs and stuff for the windows and doors in there. So I got enough wood laying around out back. I think we can cut anything I need out of that with the Granberg mill, of course. Time to get this breakfast show on the road. Got some Drone Man David maple syrup heating up over on the wood stove. Get the butter in so it's not too hard. The griddle seemed good and hot. I didn't do a test pancake this morning because I knew it was sizzling hot enough. We're ready. Have this and get my boots on and get that walk out to Hawks Pond. I'm not sure how I'm going to post these videos. You know, one thing I like to do is, if I have a title and a thumbnail, I like to be true to that. So if we're going to do a hike, I like to put down that it's going to be a hike, and I'll have one of the thumbnails will be a scene from the hike, because I don't think it's fair to show a picture of the cabin and then take off for a hike and never really have a video about cabin life. So maybe I'll have all of this as part of a cabin video, and you'll notice that maybe then a week later the hike will be a separate video. That's all depends on how much content I can find to film out there. After 300 and some videos, I know that a lot of it's a repeat, but I do try to keep it interesting, and there's always, once you take a walk like that, you never know what's going to pop out. Who knows? Maybe that big butted barrel show up out there walking along the trails. So butter was in the window. Still a little hard. Doing a good head start on for melting on there. Oh, it's a little perk I like it to have a hot syrup, melted butter in my pancake, and just little extra things like that. Just make it so much nicer. Talked to Drone Man David on the phone the other night to see if he was going to be able to make it up or not. He's going to be so busy that I told him, I said, I don't think, enjoy. He's going fishing, different springtime activities in Minnesota. So he did ask. He thought he had a new batch of maple syrup. He was gonna, if he does come up, he's gonna bring another jar up. Oh, hot enough, it's melting the butter by itself. Got to get working on this or I'll be into the next one. Well, that worked out good. Had enough batter that even got one for the birds. After a sugary breakfast like that, I mean, all that stuff really tastes good, but I know it is a lot of sugar, so as I head out on that walk, I'll make sure I have a chocolate brownie Cliff Bar in my pocket in case I get a sugar low. It doesn't happen very often, but it can, especially after a breakfast like that. I have a little something to eat if I need it. So otherwise, got that taken care of. Just a dab of David's syrup left. Put that up here so we don't lose it. We're good. While I have that wood stove going in there, I really like my roast brats for lunch sometimes. I'll get a pack out of the freezer and then I'll boil them when I get back from the hike, and then I'll one or two of them and eat. I'll roast them in the fire. I could cook them all in the fire, but I find out that by the time I roast them in the fire till they're done inside, then the outside is too hard. So boil them and then I can just finish them off with a little flame licking. Works out pretty good. Same to you, Mr. Wolf.